Legend of Zelda is a series that has struck the hearts of many. Today I'm going to take these amazing games and rank them in an order that I think is fair. Just to clarify, these are my own personal opinions and I'm sure yours will vary slightly. It was hard to rank them with so many of them being truly revolutionary games. Without further ado, I present the Top 10 Legend of Zelda games. Number 10. While this game never kept me engaged or immersed into its adventure, there are great things to be said about Skyward Sword. Chronologically, Skyward Sword is the first Zelda game in the series. With a complete blank slate, the story could have been the game's downfall, but instead delivered a rich story, meaningful cast of characters, and a foundation that helped us make sense of the entire Zelda series. Aside from story, Skyward Sword felt lacking in the gameplay department. While motion controls were innovative, the game should have let players choose the way they want to play. Hopefully Zelda 2016 won't make the same mistake. Number 9. The Legend of Zelda is the game that started it all. From the moment you first start your adventure, you're left with nothing but your own ambition. There's no set order in this game. You choose where you want to go, when you want to go, and that's what made it a huge success. The game didn't hold your hand, it left you butt naked in the wilderness to make your own journey and your own memories. Number 8. Something that Zelda always does, and does really well, is providing a new element of gameplay that adds a new perspective. Shrinking down to the size of an ant is the perspective we are given in the Minish Cap, and boy does it sell the concept. Always having to keep an eye out for locations Tiny Link will fit in leaves you with an extra sense for exploration. The quirky humor and art style goes along perfectly with this gameplay mechanic. It all blends together to make a fantastic portable Zelda adventure. Number 7. While people who haven't played Link Between Worlds might think it's a glorified remake of Link to the Past, I like to think of it as a reimagining. It brings a familiar world and takes turns that you didn't expect, that adds a whole new playing field. Link's new ability to become a painting on the wall turns nostalgia into innovation, and you bet it does it well. You often find yourself playing the game like you did back in 1992, and then remember you have a whole new arsenal of tricks up your sleeve. Number 6. Changing the world around you with the flick of a button is something that not many games have done, and in Season's case it lets you change it in 4 different ways. Yes, you guessed it, you can change the seasons. But what's so great about changing the seasons? It adds a new way to explore and interact with the world. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to traverse across this huge lake. Well, unfortunately, swimming is not an option. However, make your way down to a nice tree stump and bam! Winter is here. Now go ahead and slip and slide across that lake like a boss. Also, you get to ride in a kangaroo, and it punches people. 10 out of 10. But with all jokes aside, the exploration and adventure this title offers just can't be replicated in other Zelda titles. It would be a shame to miss out on it. Number 5. Majora's Mask really shines with the atmosphere it creates. It takes place in a dark, creepy world that leaves you wondering what the hell happened to all the Ocarina of Time people. There are many things that help create this atmosphere, whether it's the dark and mysterious music, or the moon that looks like it touches children slowly getting closer to Earth, ultimately leading to the total annihilation of the planet. They both add a little something that gives this game its iconic dark theme. The fact remains that the characters you meet and help are memorable and keep you immersed in the story. Only having 3 days to complete so much helps you keep track of time and when certain events occur. It truly gives that real-time experience where the world goes on around you regardless whether you choose to help it or not. Number 4. To me, Hyrule Field was always this great plain. A huge expansive field to run across and just feel tiny in. And while Ocarina's Hyrule Field felt like that as a young child, you begin to realize just how small it is when you get older. This is where Twilight Princess captured me. The Hyrule Field was absolutely huge, and there was so much to go and see. Once again, I felt like a tiny ant in a gigantic world to explore. But trust me, exploration is just the tip of the iceberg in this long adventure. It's the amount of content. The dungeons were far more complex than previous titles, providing tons of challenges just to conquer one, and plenty of new items that help you access new areas across the behemoth that is Hyrule Field. combat is more fleshed out than ever before, with new ways to dodge, parry, and finish off your opponents. The list goes on and on, but I'll leave you with this. You get to be a damn wolf. Go buy it! Number 3. This is the first time we had ever seen the green-clothed boy in a new dimension. Over time, this game has been praised and placed at number 1 in countless lists. But why? What makes this game so special? For everyone, there's something different, but something we can all agree on is the ability to put yourself, the player, in Link's boots. And I think that's what makes this game so replayable. Each time you go back to play it, you've learned new things and have changed as a player, so you play differently with different ambitions. As a child, I related to young Link. I always wanted to crawl under things and explore a vast forest and just be a kid. And when you grow in the game and become adult Link, you think he's the coolest because he's so much stronger than you are. But when you replay the game as an adult player, you play as young Link and remind yourself of the adventurous child you once were. The game, like many others in its series, features a beautiful soundtrack that keeps you remembering the melodies regardless of how much time has passed. This game is truly timeless and is one of the greatest games of all time. Number 2. Wake up! Your uncle has gone to rescue Zelda from the castle. You know something isn't right. Hell, your uncle can't even make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without burning the house down. You grab a lantern, and you walk out in the middle of the cold, rainy night. Your adventure begins here. A Link to the Past offers more than just a standard Zelda adventure. It offers challenge, variety, and gameplay that oddly feels superior to its 3D successors. Everything in this game gives you a purpose and objective. Transported to a whole new dimension? Okay, cool. But wait, I'm a bunny? While I'm adorable, I can't save the world as a bunny. I have to find a way to become human again. Every time you reach a goal, a new one is given to you, and this gives a real sense of progression. You are slowly making your hero a legend with every obstacle you overcome. The two worlds you change between interact with each other in unique ways, providing crazy ways to reach areas that otherwise seemed impossible to reach. You can take on any obstacle you face at any angle, and that's why this sits at number 2. Number 1. With the timeless art style, visuals is not the only thing Wind Waker blows out of the water. Every song in this game conveys your exact emotion. From the music of the Great Sea filling you with the sense of exploration and adventure, to the melody of Dragon Roost Island making you feel like you just found your tropical island home. With stunning visuals and a perfect soundtrack, Wind Waker tops it only with its gameplay, design, and story. Unlike previous motives to save the day in other titles, this one is personal. Your beloved sister is taken from you by a giant bird. It's not about the princess this time, oh no. It's about you taking down whatever is in your way to return your sister home safe. With this kind of motivation in the game, it feels like it's your own story. Gameplay really throws you into the adventure, with ropes to swing on, shadows to lurk in, walls to slide against, and small openings to crawl through. From stealthy infiltrate sessions to large battle cries for Narnia, this game has it all. Combat takes no flaws with new combos to be learned and the ability to disarm your opponents. Now you can take that pansy stick out of that goblin's hand and beat them to death with it. Sure, you have a sword that's 10 times better, but no, you're stopping me from saving my sister and I'm gonna make you look like a fool, beating you to death with your own damn stick. There's just so many amazing things about this game. 49 islands to discover and explore, tons of side quest content, and best of all, something that every Zelda game struggles in, endgame content. This game features an entire second playthrough with different things to unlock, but that's not what I meant by endgame content. There's this place where you can collect figurines of different objects, enemies, and NPCs throughout the game, similar to the trophy system of Super Smash Bros., but better. In order to collect them, you have to take your trusty camera and get a clear photo of that thing. Now you can adventure through the dangers of the Great Sea taking photos. It's a shame no other Zelda game has done something like this. Wind Waker has so much to offer, and if you haven't played it, I would recommend you do so. It's my perfect 10 out of 10 game, and it's second to none. Thank you for watching my Top 10 Countdown. This is a new series I've been wanting to try on my channel for a while now, so I'm glad to announce that Top 10 Tuesday is now officially a series. Come here every Tuesday for fun, game-related Top 10s. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and save it to your favorites. Also, subscribe to my channel to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Lastly, leave a comment telling me your top 10 Zelda games, and leave what top 10 I should do next. I love reading what everyone has to say. Anyways, I will see you all later. Bye bye.